Have you heard about the Sisterhood of Death? The first time I saw the waving lady was 5 days ago. It was around 8:30 in the morning. Rush hour. I was on the train, half awake, gripping my coffee cup like a lifeline. As the train pulled out of the station, I looked out the window, and that's when I saw her. She stood unnaturally still on the platform, facing the train. She wore a black dress that hung just below her knees. Black leather shoes, and a black surgical mask covering most of her face. Her long, dark, wavy hair spilled over her shoulders like oil. But what struck me most was her eyes. They were locked onto mine, cold. Empty. Then she lifted her hand and waved at me. A slow, deliberate wave. I blinked and looked around. The train car was full. Surely, she was waving at someone else, but no one else even noticed her. No glances, no reactions, just people buried in their phones. Something about that bothered me. 2 days later, I was walking home after picking up groceries. It was getting dark, but there were still cars on the road and a few people around. I was waiting to cross the street when I saw her again, same black dress. Same black mask. Standing motionless on the other side of the street. Like a statue, when I turned toward her, she raised her hand again, that slow, almost mechanical wave. I quickly looked behind me. No one was there. The sidewalk was empty, my skin prickled. I don't know why, she hadn't moved closer, hadn't said a word. But something about her presence felt wrong. It was like she wasn't standing on the street. She was standing outside of reality, an intrusion. Then this morning, I was sitting at my desk on the second floor of my office building. I work at a marketing firm, nothing exciting. My desk is right beside a window overlooking a crosswalk. I was mid-email when I felt it. That prickling sensation again, like cold fingers brushing the back of my neck. I turned toward the window, and she was there, standing perfectly still in the middle of the crosswalk. Same dress. Same hair. Mask. But this time, her head was tilted upward, eyes locked on mine through the glass. Then the wave, so slow. So eerily calm. I turned to Kyle, my coworker, who sits next to me. Hey, do you see that woman at the crosswalk? He looked out, puzzled. What woman? There's nobody there. I frowned. She's right there. In black. Staring up. Kyle leaned over, looked harder. Dude, the crossing is empty. You okay? I grabbed my phone, took a picture of the street, empty, no woman. No shadow. Nothing, but when I looked up from my screen, she was still there, waving. That's when I realized something terrifying. She doesn't show up on camera. And no one else can see her. She stayed there the entire workday. I kept glancing back, and every time our eyes met, she waved again. I couldn't focus. I felt watched. Hunted. When the sun set, and I finally left the building, she was gone. Relief washed over me. But it didn't last. On the train that night, I boarded the 7:10 train heading home. The car was empty, a bit unusual, but not completely unheard of for that hour. I sank into a seat, buried myself in my phone, then I felt it again, that presence, that feeling of eyes boring into me. I looked up, she was sitting at the far end of the car, but this time, she wasn't alone. 2 more women sat beside her. All 3 of them wore the same black dress. Same black mask. Same cold, dead eyes. And then, synchronized, like puppets pulled by invisible strings, all three turned their heads toward me, and waved. A jolt of terror punched through me. I looked down at my shoes, my breath catching in my throat. My phone buzzed. It was Sophia, my coworker, and the office's unofficial occult expert. Kyle said you saw a woman in black today. She texted. I called her instantly. I didn't care how weird it sounded. I'm on a train, I whispered. I'm not alone. There are 3 of them now. Them. She repeated. Wait, are you still looking at them? No, I looked down. They're creepy. Sophia's voice became sharp. Ryan, look at them again. Now. I didn't want to, but I obeyed. There were 4, all staring at me, all waving. What the hell is going on? I whispered. You're in deep shit, Sophia said flatly. They're the Sisterhood of Death. I laughed, half insane. That sounds like a bad urban legend. It's not, she said. They come for those marked by death. Usually summoned by people you've murdered. I haven't killed anyone. Not directly. Have you bullied anyone? Treated them like garbage? Drove someone to end their life? My heart dropped. My brain flashed back to high school, to Marcus, the kid we made cry every day, to Janelle, the girl we humiliated online. Shit, the Sisterhood of Death, Sophia continued, manifests as one woman at first. Every time you look away, and look back, another joins her. One for every life you helped ruin. My chest tightened. I couldn't breathe. How many now? She asked. I risked another glance. 5. They were closer now, not across the train, halfway down the car. Sophia, I stammered. They're multiplying. Stop looking away from them, she said. Every time you do, you give them more power. Keep your eyes on them. I can't. I keep blinking, looking at my phone. I lost count. How many? I don't know. 20. 22. Maybe more. The line went quiet, then Sophia whispered something that turned my blood to ice. You evil lunatic. And she hung up. I'm writing this now, from the back of the train. My stop passed miles ago. I didn't get off. I couldn't. They're so close now. I hear their shoes tapping on the floor, one step every time I blink. They're not waving anymore. They're smiling beneath their masks. I can see the corners of their mouths twisting upward. Their eyes never blink. Never move, and now they're whispering. I don't understand the words, but my ears are bleeding. I think this is it. I don't know how many there are now. 40. 50, all of them staring, all of them waving, one step closer, every time I look away.
Did you feel that too? Was it just a story, or something more? Subscribe for more chilling tales, if you dare. Turn on notifications, because some nightmares are worth waking up for. Like, comment, and share, but be careful who you share it with. You never know who's watching. More horror awaits. Watch your next nightmare here.